Well, the heat wave that's been gripping the middle of the country is now hitting the East Coast.
That's right. Some states expecting temperatures to climb to triple digits for their first time this summer. Today, more than 53 million Americans are under extreme heat warning. Those are the areas you see in pink in this map. The orange regions represent nearly 130 million people under heat advisories.
CBS News reporter Nicole Sganga is in Washington, D.C. now, where the city's bracing for historic high temperatures. Hey there, Nicole. So Washington, D.C., it's notoriously hot and humid in the summers. Errol and I have both suffered through D.C. summers. Tell us how the cities are preparing for heat that is historic, even for D.C. this weekend. How does it compare to years past, and what is the city doing to try and help the residents, especially those that are most vulnerable, get through it?
Absolutely, Lana. Errol, you know that D.C. is a notoriously sticky city, especially in the summertime. But the capital city actually has not seen triple-digit heat since former President Barack Obama sat at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And we could see temperatures of upwards of 100 degrees on Saturday. Now, here in D.C., Washingtonians count themselves among, we should point out, the 118 million Americans who are under heat advisories right now, especially as that heat expands not only from the deep south and southwest, but along the East Coast. Now, here in Washington, D.C., the city is offering dozens of cooling zones, places where folks can escape the heat and sit in some air conditioning, at least during those daytime hours. There's also free transportation offered to those who need to get to a cooling zone. Recess is also canceled at least through next week for public schools here in Washington, D.C. Same goes for athletics practice. I was at the National Mall earlier today, and it seems like tourists are a little less interested in the monuments, a little more interested in those museums. And of course, the Smithsonian's have a lot to offer, but I think air conditioning has a lot to do with it too. You mentioned the most vulnerable, and the people that officials are most concerned about, of course, those working outside, children, the elderly who do not cool down as fast as younger folks, and of course those without housing. In Washington, D.C. has seen an uptick in the number of unhoused, nearly 5,000 Washingtonians by the last count living without consistent housing here in the district. So if any families or any individuals need emergency shelter amid this heat, the mayor here in D.C. encouraging them to dial 311 for assistance.
And it's no fun covering these stories and mentioning this, but at least it's an excuse for us to remind people ways they can protect themselves. Yeah. You mentioned the most vulnerable. Folks want to still head outside and maybe head to some lakes or rivers. We know there is an increased risk of heat stroke, of exhaustion. So, Nicole, what safety guidelines should people be following beyond, hydrating as much as possible?
Yeah, Errol, this is so important, and I just want to stress to our viewers that extreme heat kills more so than any other weather event. In fact, the number of Americans who die due to extreme heat during an average year surpasses those who, die in hurricanes, tornadoes, and floods combined. So we are talking about something extremely serious. Now, obviously, the human body has some built-in protections, and we do sweat to sort of keep cool in this heat, but especially when it's humid. Here in D.C., if it reaches 100 degrees, it's actually going to feel more like 110 because of that humidity. And because there is so much moisture already in the air, we don't sweat as effectively, and that could lead to, possible heat stroke, at that point, fluid loss, organ failure. We want to make sure it doesn't get to that point. So if you are experiencing lightheadedness, or someone some of the symptoms of heat exhaustion, tired, foggy, you're sweating profusely, you want to make sure you get that person to a cool place. You hydrate not only with water, but also with sports drinks, eating plenty of salty foods during the day. And if some of those symptoms persist, this is so important, call 911. Make sure that you get that person the help they need.
All right, Nicole, thank you.